What's good, YouTube? This is Very Melon Man, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Yakuza 4 Remastered. So, at the end of the first chapter introducing Masayoshi Tanimura, we went over some of his characterization traits. I'm gonna be honest, I spent more time talking about how much I didn't like the guy more than I did. If that bothered anyone, I do apologize. I can't help but compare him to Kaoru because it really feels like they just, like the director wanted Kaoru to return, but couldn't justify writing a playable female protagonist due to his Yakuza connections, so he had to make a dude. Plus, the dude was originally a celebrity cameo. Okay, so I was just interested. I assumed that since Hiroki Narimiya was replaced with Toshi Matsuda for the remaster, that we're watching this cutscene. We're watching a fully voiced in-engine cutscene because this was originally a out-of-engine cutscene on the PS3 version, and it was simply that way instead of having to keep any trace of the original of Hiroki's image in the game. But I just looked up a cutscene on YouTube showing this exact conversation, and it's also happening in engine, so that's not the case. So his father was investigating the Ueno hit of 1985, but died shortly after interviewing Yasuko. Or died because he was planning to interview Yasuko, which means that someone was protecting Yasuko's identity at the very least. Well, Right. So, conspiracy within the police again. Oh boy. I mean, last time it happened, it was because of the Jing Weon infiltrating the law enforcement office, but... Oh, look, the Jing Weon. Why did I bring them up? Makes... Okay, that explains why she needed to pay for something. And this finally explains why it matters. Bribing a witness to force the case to be re-examined. Right. In Akiyama's story, she had to still pass that test to get the 100 million yen. But because she didn't think she could pass it, she resorted to killing him.
これで一つ見えてきたな。25年前の事件、桂木と柴田は裏で繋がっていた。おそらく柴田は25年前のことを餌に今も桂木を脅していた。だから桂木と協力関係にあった新井に殺された。冴島大河が行った上野義治襲撃事件にはもっと裏があるはずだ。
Yeah, but he's still more significant to the plot than you are, so I wouldn't put him down like that.
まさかこの前起こった抗争事件ってのも。
ああ、最初から仕組まれたもんだった可能性が高い。あの25年前の事件と同じようにね。桂木に鎌をかけよう。新井ってやつのあんたの身柄を餌にして交渉すれば桂木も取り合わないわけにはいかない。
ちょっとまーちゃん、でもそれじゃこの人の身が。
何も本当に身柄を渡すわけじゃない。向こうはこの人の居場所が知りたいだけだ。身の安全は保証する。どうだ、それでいいだろう。
断ります。
どうして？
だってそれじゃお兄ちゃんは助からないから。私には桂木の証言が必要なの。
安子さん、あなたは桂木に脅迫されて命の危険を冒してまで殺人をする羽目になった。あの男が素直に証言するはずなんてない。それなのに今でも桂木の話信用するっていうのか。あんたの兄貴の無実は俺が証明する。それに俺もどうしても親父の殺された理由、あの事件の真相が知りたいんだ。
So Katsuragi's plan right now:
全部自分のためだけじゃない。
have Arai kill one of his men and then claim he was a lieutenant so that the Tojo clan would be forced to give up Kamurocho Hills, specifically because Katsuragi knows that Daigo would never give up Majima. Second part of his plan is to either have Yasuko kill one of his rivals or deliver him 100 million yen.
真犯人なんてどうでもいい。私はもう一回。
You know, I completely understand why you feel that way.
それだけなの。
Now, the only question is, what does Katsuragi specifically want 100 million yen for?
その車のトランクの中に1億円入っています。私は葛城の命令に従って罪を犯しました。最初は一人
Because remember, that's not quite $1 million US dollars.
けど葛城の要求が止
More
まら
like
なかった。
9.5 million, but
次から
that's still a lot of money.
人を殺すよう私に命令してきた。でも私はもう人を殺せなかった。
Oh, jeez. Oh,
殺し
God.
たくなかった。だから借りたんです。
So you started killing first, then you started borrowing money when you lost the will to keep killing.
秋山さんって方に借りました。
スカイファイナンス。
そのお金はあなたに預けます。もし葛城がその1億円で兄の無実を証言してくれると言った
And
ら
of course, this is all one big load of dramatic irony because Yasuko has no idea that Taiga already broke out of prison.
どうして私に？
私は今から沖縄に行きます。
今から？
And she could possibly miss him too.
明後日が兄の死刑
Jeez.
執行日なんです。
2 days.
兄が前にいた東京刑務所
Alright, so this isn't a flashback. This is clearly taking place after Taiga's and Akiyama's part in the
今
story.
沖縄の刑務所に。
はい。つい先日移送されたみたいです。
So I wonder how much time is actually passing at this
あくま
point.
で内密にということで教えてくれました。多分私が25年間毎日面会に通い続けたからですね。結局一度も会えませんでしたけど。
25年間毎日。
Now that is
もう
pretty
力がない
sad.
んです。だからもし死刑執行が止められなかった時は
That
せめてお兄ちゃんの近くにいたい。
I hope that Yasuko doesn't die in this game. I know Taiga's coming back for number 5, but I want Yasuko to catch a break.
兄のことよろしくお願いします。
Oh, hey, look at that. It's Nair. Tagalog. And he's also speaking Tagalog. This is your first time visiting Japan, okay? You're a detective. Following criminal Japan bringing to justice. I had a Japanese police before I left. They're supposed to be helping, but once I got here, everyone seems so busy. Bit of a mess right now. Interpreter. Little dilemma. Permission to investigate. We don't have the authority to make arrests. Japan, only Japanese police are allowed to make arrests. We've got a point there, but it's not an investigation. We can't make arrests without sufficient evidence. There is evidence. That's why my colleagues are in Japan. Colleagues, they're out in the embassy now. Tanimura-san, coming for a bit. Okay. Okay, so I was wrong about why Nair knew Tanimura in the last video. Nair literally just showed up and happened to eventually require Tanimura's help. Punch. And you have a counter-focused fighting style like Tanimura. And that is how they get to Tanimura training underneath Nair. And Nair is also the source of Tanimura learning about revelations. So, by the way, the assassin at the end of Nair's story, GG, turns out to be her own brother. Her brother, the criminal Nair came to Japan to find and hunt down, is actually the person that murdered her parents, and the murder was over inheritance. Like, it's all very so-so, I would assume. But, I mean, like, Psycho was fun, and the Master is more interesting as a person. But Nair, what can you do? So, anyway. Tanimura is almost at level 14. Because of all the training and sub-stories I've been doing off-camera. And boy, do I mean training. Look at this. Got his revelations, all of Nair's abilities, prolonged parry, essence of arm dragging, reversal. This is going to be fun to use because I got so sick of being grabbed. Essence of seizing. And the Komaki firearm flip. So, the movesets behind these three characters are ultimately just recyclings of some of Kiryu's moves from the previous games for obvious reasons. You need to split them up somehow. It's not that they don't have unique stuff, it's just that you know, obviously, shared heat moves, a lot more basic heat moves. There's even a heat move that Taiga has that's actually recycled into a Beast-style heat move for Yakuza 0 and Kiwami. Because, again, 4 came out before 0 and Kiwami. My bad, I thought I just wouldn't show up here. What a perfect place to test out all my new techniques. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Tanimura is also a millionaire now. Because I gathered up 4 CeeLo gambling items and I used them all in the Dragon Palace to get a bunch of plates, as you can imagine. Now, the essence of combos is definitely really awesome. Because it's not just one essence technique. Since the way to trigger the heat mood is to have it follow up after any finishing blow, you technically get upwards of 5 Essence of Rush combo heat moves, depending on how long your combo is. And the only way to get the 5th version of the Essence of Combo is to purchase Increased Rush combo as well, because then you can extend your Rush combo by another square, which gives you a different set of finishing blows to end with the Essence of Combo. It's coming together here. Another thing I have here is Demon Spirits, which increases your heat gauge by parrying enemies, which is incredible. And Enhanced Parry as well. Like, this is what I mean. Perks to increase the power of your parrying abilities. Nice. Alright, let's I guess I'll save those for later. Like, now we're at level 14, it's going to get more difficult to actually level up, as a rule. Oh, another thing, as you can tell from my heat bar, is that I did more IR7 training. More specifically, I couldn't unlock any story bosses for Tanimura yet. Oh, sorry, I read the first time. Alright, so that's Kamuro Castle. And we have to get to the rooftop specifically. I know I said I was going to try to play this without going to any place that was strictly illegal because we had a character for Tanimura. But yeah, here we go.
カムロ署の谷村さんですね。どうして私に連絡を？
あんたと取引がしたい。
取引？
実は今冴島康子を俺が預かっている。警察にはまだ報告していない。あくまで俺が身柄を拘束している状態
だ。なるほど。
あんたが冴島康子を使って柴田組の連中を殺すよう命じていたことは分かっている。もちろん25年前の事件のこともな。あんたはまだ冴島康子が必要なはずだ。違うか？
それで私にどうしろと？
俺は25年前の事件を追っている。事件を担当した谷村という刑事が死んだ理由、それが知りたい。
もしかして息子さんですか？あの刑事さんの。
あんたが取引に応じてくれれば冴島康子の身柄は渡す。どうだ、25年前の真相を俺に教えてくれないか？
条件があります。
条件？
私としても刑事さんであるあなたに迂闊なことは話せない。それに電話ではあなたが冴島康子の身柄を拘束しているという確認もできない。あなたが冴島康子とつながっているという証拠を見せてください。
分かった。1億持っていこう。それでどうだ
？1億？
ああ、あんたが康子さんに要求した1億だ。その金が今俺の手元にある。康子さんが用意したものだ。取引の際その金を持っていく。俺に会うのはその金を確認してからで構わない。それでどうだ
？1億ですか。1階の刑事さんがダミーとして集められる金額じゃない。いいでしょう。お会いしましょう。
明日でどうだ？
構いません。場所は
カムロ町ミレニアムタワーの前で17時。
どうやら頭のいい方のようだ。一番人通りの多い場所と時間。公衆の面前なら襲われる危険も少ない。いいでしょう。5時、ミレニアムタワー前。先に使いの者に1億を確認させます。それでもいいですか？
構わない。
では明日。
All right, so the exchange is taking part at the Millennium Tower. But we're gonna have to put a... No problem, officer. Don't mind me and all this money. Like... Man, imagine if Saejima was running around with this briefcase. And he was caught by the police. Oh, restrooms. That's fun to know about. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you, sir. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't navigate Little Asia as much as I want to. Go figure.
何？
The reason you have the option to rest is because you opened up 2 new sub-stories in this chapter for Tanimura, but I'm not interested in doing them on camera, so... You know, after Zero, part of me feels really, really happy about the Millennium Tower getting this much play. Because, due to the fact that even if you didn't start from Zero like I did, you can always look back and realize that when you get to Zero eventually, you realize that all those awesome moments that you love from the rest of the series, you had a hand in making sure they all happened.
お待たせしました。
I gotta admit, the fact that you're just showing up, the fact that you're just showing up in person like that actually is really interesting to me. Lots of moxie there. Also, even though you're a Japanese man, you remind me of an American male actor I don't remember the name of right now, but you do.
Deはそろそろ本題に入りましょう。谷村さん、あなたはお父さんの死の真相が知りたいとそうおっしゃってましたね。
ああ、そうだ。俺の親父の死、あれは25年前の上野義治襲撃事件に関係しているんじゃないのか。
私は回りくどい交渉は好きじゃありません。はっきり言いましょう。違います。
違うだと。今さら何を言ってるんだ。俺は柴田が新井に殺された時現場にいたんだ。あんたと柴田が25年前の事件で繋がっていたことは分かってる。親父はあの事件があんたと柴田の仕組んだものだということに気がつき、そのことが原因で殺されたんだ。そうだ。
確かに谷村さん、あなたのお父さんはあの襲撃事件に柴田、そして私が関係していたことは突き止めていました。25年前のあの事件は
maybe I have more of a I've had less of an issue caring about Tanimura's dad if we actually knew him as a character. You can't have a protagonist parental figure be important to the plot if we never see what they're like as a character, at least in my opinion. We just need to know what they're like. Because all I'm hearing is, my dad died, and I don't care about your dad. Why should I? I don't even have a name or a face. Why should I care about a parent that doesn't have a name or a face?
つまりあんたは柴田と共謀し、自分の組織の幹部を抗争に見せかけて殺させる絵を描いた。自らが死ぬ可能性があるにもかかわらず。
当時私は22歳、柴田さんは30歳。若い2人が縦割りの組織で成り上がるにはそうする必要があったんです。
あんたは事件の後、まんまと上野清和会の若頭に就任。柴田も登場会で直系へと昇格した。あんたたちの計画が成功したというわけか。
ええ、まあそうなります。
やけにあっさり話すんだな。
もうあれから25年が経ちます。今この事実が警察に伝わったところで私が罪に問われることはない。
確かにあんたの罪はもう時効だ。だが極道社会ではそれは通じないだろう。だからあんたは安子さんを使って 柴田組の関係者を殺させ新井に指示して柴田を殺した。そういうことか。
So a reminder of Yakuza 3 where Kiryu and Date are literally sitting down with a Japanese minister in order to have the minister explain what was up to that point a fairly confusing plot for a Yakuza game. What we are witnessing in this chapter is not one, but two instances where the protagonist is literally just talking to another character in order to figure out what the plot is. Like, there has got to be more interesting way for the characters to discover these things than just having the main antagonist. There's got to be a more interesting way to deliver exposition and discover how far the plot goes than literally just throwing exposition at the player.
あの事件、冴島大河は襲撃を行った。でも真の犯人は別にもう一人いるんです。
あんたが安子さんに知っていると言った真犯人ってのはそいつのことなんだな。
あなたのお父さんはその真犯人の正体と真犯人を知りながらもそれをもみ消した警察の不正を知ってしまった。だから殺されたんですよ。
誰なんだ親父を殺したやつってのは。その真犯人ってのは。
Oh, and now we have a pre-rendered cutscene after an in-engine cutscene. In case you were confused, I didn't actually move the controller at all. I wasn't walking.
冴島康子さんの居場所教えてもらいましょうか。
So the thing I took away from... So the thing I had to stop and realize is that Taiga didn't actually kill anyone. Like, those 18 men didn't literally die to a single bullet. And that the actual perpetrator is right here. So those 18 men died at Katsuragi's hands and not Saejima. Yo, the whole street got cleared? Ueno Sailor Men, dozens of them. You just said you hated Yakuza. Why on earth did you think he would ever not try to pull this?
Ah, そうだ。あなたが通っている故郷って店。あの店のご主人にもついでに消えてもらいますんで。なんだと。急いで行かないと殺されちゃいますよ。ご主人も。可愛らしい中国人のお嬢さんもね。貴様。それじゃ。おい。
俺の親父を殺したのもお前なのか。おい答えろ桂木。
さあどうなるか。
Oh my god. I'm seeing multiples of the same person in that crowd. There are people there who literally look like twins and whatever. Hey, it's Suguchi. Awesome.
いつも入り浸ってる店の連中が危ないんだろう。
はい。
お前ら全員捜査一課でまとめて面倒見てやる。覚悟しろ。
Well, I mean, you have guns, so I assume you don't have to worry about the fact that you're outnumbered 12 to 1. The benefit of having such a large bar of heat. For sections like these, don't fight unless you have to. No! See what I mean about the essence of combos basically varying up Tanimura's gameplay by a ton? Oh, hey, it's the same path we took as Akiyama. Sit down, boy. Give me my money back. I agree. We need to get back to Little Asia ASAP, man. I can't remember what those people didn't do about you. So, this section of the Let's Play is officially the Let's Dunk on Tanimura bit. Although I do think it's pretty hilarious that because most of this chapter's plot was literally just Tanimura having the plot explained to him. Jesus Christ. Like, this guy was originally the celebrity guest character. So, you'd think he'd have an actually more important way to, like, uh-oh. But so far, Tanimura's literally been kind of pushed aside. Like, okay, he's a cop with a gambling problem. That's kind of mild compared to... That's honestly, he's a cop with a gambling problem. couple gambling problem whose father was killed years ago, and he's on a quest to avenge him. Quest to avenge him because he hates Yakuza. And that's honestly it. Like, it's just so mild. It's just so mild and frankly thin compared to how much other thought was put into Akiyama and Saijima. Even Yasuko is more thought put into her character, generally speaking. And then there's like a whole one of his story chapters is dedicated to just having the plot so far explained to the player. It's just really kind of interesting to me when you have it explained like that. Like, were they like afraid of hurting? Were they afraid of hurting Hiroyuki's image or something? Is that why Tanimura's character is kind of eh? Is that why his story content so far has been mostly a means to deliver exposition? I don't know. We'll find out next time on Chapter 3 of Tanimura's story. This is Very Mellow Man signing off.